Hey, Namia Jumano, I think. Like Kanyamia Jumano, when you like Kanyamia Jumano. Partners last year don't got to a fiat, and Namia Juman. I've got to a fiat, and Namia Juman.
So welcome back to this channel. This is your boy Wafadino, and you're watching Wafadino live on Wafadino TV. So today we are back with news trending in Africa, and we will go to Ghana this time around to bring you the news that is trending over there. So yesterday, the president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, made a proclamation, and that proclamation was that fuel allowances given to ministers and appointees are to be cancelled with immediate effect. So, according to John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana, His Excellency, he said that those monies will be channeled to prioritize things that are important in the country. So, if you are a minister, you wouldn't be enjoying these type of allowances again. And then, when I heard this news, I was like, wow. This man is really working. He's really doing a good job. Goes to President John Dramani Mahama for doing that thing. But one thing that I was looking at when he made this proclamation was that I went to check for the allowances that the ministers and appointees are receiving, and I realized that they have a lot of allowances. They have housing allowance, utilities allowance, entertainment allowance. Also, they have vehicle and mobility allowance, fuel allowance. So this is this is the allowance that has been taken off. That is the fuel allowance. They have domestic staff allowance. They have clothing allowance. So as a minister, you are paid, and out of the salary, you can't buy clothes for yourself. The state needs to give you clothing allowance. We move. Also, you have what you call the responsibility allowance. That is for holding additional or sensitive responsibility. So, aside you being a minister, if they entrust you with another duties, you are going to get what you call the responsibility allowance. So, that is some of the allowances that they have or they enjoy as ministers. They also have official vehicles that is given to them. They have medical allowance, medical care allowance, official residence or accommodation that is given to them. And also they have travel per diem, that is also an allowance. They have security detail from police or national security. Yes, so they also enjoy from that the security details. That is, if a minister is traveling, he's being guided by or protected by he's being guarded and protected by the national security or the police. Also, they have other benefits: funeral allowance, protocol service, honorarium, and scholarship for children. And they also have pension. They have ex gratia. So these are some of the benefits that, or the some of the allowances that the ministers enjoy in Ghana. So the president, having removed the fuel allowance, I don't think is going to affect them most. And looking at it from another lens, I believe it's as a result of the new levy that the government wants to introduce. So I feel the president is like, if you are going to introduce a fuel levy to the Ghanaian populace, then it will be right that the ministers also pay when they buy fuel for their vehicles. So I think the president is really doing a good job. So kudos to Mr. President of Ghana. But one thing that I'm hoping that it wouldn't happen is that after taking all these allowances, I hope those monies will be channeled to do the right thing as stated by the president. Because sometimes good initiative like this will be done. However, the monies, instead of using it for the right thing, will be channeled into another direction and we wouldn't get accountability for it. So I hope and I pray that the right things would be done with the money that is being taken from the ministers, or the allowances that is being taken from the ministers. Okay, so I hope everything goes on well for his government. And the way and the rate at which President John Dramani Mahama is moving, he's going to put the opposition in opposition for a very long time. Yes, he's going to put opposition in opposition for a very long time, because if he's able to do all these things and the average Ghanaian is living comfortably, he's enjoying, I don't think they would want to vote for the opposition to come to power. So kudos President John Dramani Mahama for the nice initiative that you've done. We hope the monies as being promised will be used to do the right things. The priority that Ghanaians need will be looked at with immediate effect as well. Now, in our next story, you remember, not so long ago, there was a rich man in Ghana who celebrated his 40th birthday. That is his 40th birthday. He's called RNAQ. Yes, RNAQ, Richmond Ni Amakwe. Yes, Richmond Ni Amakwe. So this man celebrated his birthday and it became the talk of the day, the talk of the town, the talk on the internet, and everybody was like, wow, so we have rich man in Ghana like this, a whole lot of things. This man is in the news again, and he's back in the news with a good cause, of course. So he has decided that the Richard Niamakwe Foundation is going to establish what we call the food bank. So if you are homeless and you don't have food, the aim of this food bank is to serve people like that. So if you don't have food, you can just go there to find something to eat. If you are an elderly person and you don't have food, you can go there to eat. If you are a younger person and you don't have food, you can go there to eat. If your salary is too low for you that you can't even fend for yourself, you can go there to eat. So I think this is a good initiative being introduced by Richmond Ni Amakwe. God richly bless him for an initiative like this. I hope most of the rich men will support, if not to start their own, at least contribute their quota to this good thing that he's doing, so that Ghana will be a better place for all of us and everybody who would want to visit the country. So this is something that I personally would want to applaud Richard Ni Amakwe for doing. He's really doing a good job. Okay, so in our last story, there's this woman who was then a fetish priestess called Nana Agradaa, yes, in Ghana, and according to people, she was frauding them. So what she used to do was she would ask you to bring a minimum amount of money for a larger amount of money. So people did that and they ended up being fraud, according to them. Now, fast forward, this woman said she's repented, she's been called by God to preach the word. So she established her own ministry called the Heaven Way Church. Now, when this woman started the church, people were saying, is she really from God? Has she really repented? There was a conversation like that, and later it died off. Last year, she decided to hold an all-night service. So she held the all-night service, asked the people to come with small amounts of money, and they were going to be giving larger amounts of money, just as she was doing when she was in the fetish ministry. Now, the people went to church for the all-night service. They did whatever they had to do, but they didn't get the money that they were expecting. So they were crying, some were complaining, and they reported her to the police. She got arrested. They opened an investigation on her. They investigated, and after everything, court decided that they were going to give her 15 years imprisonment. So they sentenced her 15 years to prison. And just yesterday, she decided to appeal for that. She went to the court, appealed, and the court decided not to grant her bail. Then, when she got out and she was being sent back to the prison, most people were complaining. Some were happy, some were sad. A lot of women were crying, and some were even saying that this is part of the ministry of God. If you become a Christian, you need to go through challenges like this. And some were also saying that Paul and Silas also faced a similar challenge. So this is nothing new. And when they came out from the prison, they came out strong. Some were saying Joseph also went to prison, and when he came out from prison, he came out strong. So they are linking what happened to Paul and Silas and Joseph to that of hers. But then the question that I keep asking myself is that these people were sentenced into prison for a good cause. That is, they were preaching the word. Hence, the people didn't like it, and they ended up in prison. Now, this woman is sentenced into prison because she is being accused of frauding people. So the question now is it the same ministry that she finds herself into? I don't know. I'm just asking. So the fact that she's gone to prison in the name of she now operating a church doesn't mean she's really doing a good thing, in as much as she has taken people's money and didn't give what she promised. Is it still the ministry of God? I don't know. So I leave this one to you for you to answer in the comment section. Leave your comments, send in your thoughts, your ideas. Let us have fun in the comment section. And please make sure you subscribe. Tell a friend to subscribe. Share the link. It costs nothing to share. And keep watching Wofadino TV. Peace out.
Mama, Joseph. Oye Joseph, na mi ajumanti. If you are this so baba. One come. O baba. What you just say? I didn't know baba. That must